As a child, I was always told that you should not live with somebody before you are married. So I was told you don't live with your boyfriend before you get married. Um, I actually moved in with my boyfriend after 5 months of knowing each other, so we really didn't know each other very well. We were young, we were about 19 years old, and I was told, you're not supposed to do this, this is not what God believes in. But it was what I wanted, and that's all really matters. So, I personally believe that moving in with somebody before you're married, you get to see a lot more of their qualities, their personality, how they live, and you get to decide on, do I just want to pay rent with this person and then decide if I feel comfortable enough moving in with them, making that commitment, or do I want to wait, buy a house, marry this person, and not move in together until after the wedding? There's more of a chance, in my opinion, that you're gonna find out that you don't like each other as much once you're living in the same house as them. My now fiance, we learned a lot about each other's weaknesses. We learned a lot of what sets each other off, as in, he leaves the toilet seat up, that takes me off. He doesn't put the laundry in the laundry basket, that takes me off. But on the other note, sometimes I forget I start the laundry and he gets very upset because, his work clothes are in there, something of that sort. We learned preferences. For example, at night I like to sleep in the pitch dark with a fan on. I don't like any noises. And for him, he has to be listening to something to fall asleep. So what we did is we decided that once I'm asleep, he goes ahead and he puts his headphones in, or he gets up on the computer and he kind of does that until he's tired enough to fall asleep. And it's worked for us. We both get what we want out of the situation. We have worked through differences this way. And that's just anything from, we argue about something in the house, we argue about something outside of the house, and we've learned to work together to get to where we need to be. We've compromised and we've really figured out how to live together. Also, we've learned a lot more about each other living together. And personally, I feel like if we would have waited to live together until we were married, I don't think we would still be a couple now. We learned more about each other, as in families, our values, how we spend holidays, our traditions, anything of that sort. And I don't think we would have learned any of this if we weren't living together. So if we weren't living together, I don't think we would have spent holidays together, birthday parties, anything of that nature that were family. And I feel like us moving in together early was beneficial for our relationship. It might not be for everybody's relationship, but for mine and a lot of people of my age that I know of, they have benefited from living together before they were married. Divorce rates. I have learned that a lot of coexisting relationships before marriage has actually reduced the rates of divorce. And this is because people learn about each other's religion, their education, and how to live together before they were married versus jumping into it and, hi, I have no idea what's going on. Although cohabitation still can be a risk factor for divorce, and the odds of divorce were actually 1.31 times higher for women when moving in with their spouse before marriage. In other countries, actually, if they were married young, divorce rates were actually higher than those who were married at an older age. And I took that as, I got married at 19 because I wanted to move out with my boyfriend. I feel like we would have divorced at an earlier age versus people who are really set into their life, 35, 40, they want to be married before they move in together because they feel like they're wasting a lot of their time. I feel like there's a lot of teamwork in living together. You have to learn the responsibilities of sharing bills, your responsibilities throughout the house, and you get to learn about what's realistic with your relationship and how to live. For example, for sharing bills, we really had to learn how to share bills. Who was going to pay what? Who was going to give what money? Who was going to take care of this bill and make sure it was getting paid on time? And we really found a way that works. And it took us a while to find a way that worked, but we found a way, and I feel like we found that way. And if we waited until marriage, I feel like it would have been a lot more stressful on us. Because we were able to learn how to do all of this when we were renting a house versus buying a house. sharing the responsibilities. We actually do a lot of the same things. It's not he takes out the trash, I do the dishes, I do the laundry, he does the outside work. We actually take turns doing all that. And we honestly, it's, oh, you see dishes, you start it. We've really found a way that works for us. So if the trash is full, just whoever sees it takes it. And that's just really what's worked best for us. And it took us, again, a long time to figure out what worked best for our relationship and our household. And it's realistic. I mean, I personally feel like it's realistic because you don't want to jump into a relationship with somebody and marry them really fast because you want to live together. You should be able to just move in on your own terms and not feel criticized for what you are doing. I just feel like the most beneficial thing for relationships, for your mental health, for your physical health, is to learn about the person and learn about how they live before you make that giant commitment of marrying them and then moving in and learning more about this person. You're going to be better off moving in with this person before being married, because it's a whole different ballgame once you move in with somebody and you're already married. I feel like you're going to have a better chance of being divorced because you're going to learn more about this person, and it might be qualities that you don't like of this person. So personally, I think you should move in with your spouse before marriage to ensure that you guys work together as a team.